We are not a hate group. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group or black militia group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5 and verse 1 of the King James Bible. Shalom, everybody. Most High Christ bless, and this is Armor of God. Armor of God radio show. It's going to be a hot one today.
Yes, sir.
Hot one today. All praise to the Most High. All right, so listen, I'm Officer Mishael in the studio. We got with us
Officer Menahem,
Soldier David,
Brother Philemon,
and Soldier Kalel.
All praises to the Most High. So it's been a lot of things going on in the news in the past couple weeks,
right,
with our brother Ye, formerly known as Kanye West.
Bring it out.
All right. And this topic we're going to touch on is going to be going down that road. All right. So, Soldier Khalil, can you let us know what the topic is for today?
Yes, sir. With everything that's going on in the news today, we're going to touch on something very heavy. So we're going to show the infiltration of hip hop.
All right. Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah.
That statement alone in the title lets you know that something is another thing that the enemy has tampered with that belongs to us.
Bring it out.
Man.
Correct. That's why, our boy Ye been speaking on the issues that he's been speaking on, right? Because there has been infiltration.
There you go.
Within the hip hop community, right? Our brothers and sisters sign these record deals, and they become slaves to the industry. They sell their souls.
Right.
Some of the things that goes on in music industry, man, it's hard to listen to. That people would degrade themselves to such low levels just for a contract, just for a couple of dollars, just for fame.
Right.
So we're gonna get into it, the infiltration of hip hop. And hip hop is a massive culture within the Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities.
Right.
If you ain't in the Christian church, you somewhere in the club listening to hip hop.
That's it.
It's either one or the other. All right. So hip hop has a huge influence on our people. Real quick, can you give me that definition right there, hip hop? Let's get into it. Bring it out.
hip hop, a style of popular music of U.S. Black and Hispanic origin, featuring rap with an electronic background.
So hip hop is a style of popular music of the U.S. Black and Hispanic origin, aka the Israelites.
Right.
Okay. So what the definition is telling us that the music of hip hop or rap started with you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
That's why. Real quick, give me John 8:32. Let's start there first.
Let's get it.
We went right into the topic.
Because this is going to show you, with this definition alone, regardless of how we were oppressed or the things that happened to us, we started our own thing as a nation. Watch this.
John 8:32.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So the truth is that you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites, and everything that's been put on this earth that thrives, that flourishes, comes from you.
That's
why?
Right.
Because the scriptures say we are the salt of the earth.
There you go.
This earth, listen, this earth can't run without the Israelites.
That's right.
That's right.
We make this place move even in our captivity. We're not even ruling yet, and the earth is still, it's in darkness right now, but it got a little flavor to it.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Israelites are that salt. Okay, so hip hop started with you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's
all right.
right.
Understand that. So I want you to go down to the yellow. Right here. Okay, blow it up. All right, start up. We're gonna start right up at the top. Let's get into it. The history of hip hop. You read that, Brother Philemon.
The history of hip hop. It was a form of
start at the very top.
The history of hip hop. The hip hop culture originated in the late 60s in South Bronx, New York, and boiled over into other ghettos of Black and Latino communities. Hip hop became widely recognized in the 70s. It included MCing, graffiti, beatboxing, and breakdancing.
So so you Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, this is the origins of hip hop. Okay, it started in the ghettos of the Black and Latino communities. Okay, go ahead.
Hip hop became a movement and a culture during this time. It gave poor Black people a voice.
Oh, it gave who?
It gave poor Black people a voice.
Whoa! It gave poor Black people a voice.
That's right.
You see the time frame when it started, right?
Right.
It started during the 60s and the 70s when us as Black folks was going through hell.
That's right.
During the civil rights movement. Right. So this was a form of music to give us some type of identity.
Voice.
Give us a voice.
That's right. Expression.
Go ahead.
Hip hop became a movement and a culture during this time. It gave poor Black people a voice, as the main focus of rap songs was about fighting the various forms of oppression that Black people face.
Wow.
Wow. So with this definition, I'm sorry, it's heavy, got me stuttering. With this definition is letting you know we created something to move forward, to move our culture forward based off of our oppression.
Our oppression. Now keep in mind, it said in the Black and Latino communities that this thing was going on. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Bruh.
This music started because of our oppression that we still currently under. Okay, Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Yes, sir. The book of Jeremiah.
Chapter 50 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
You see that? The children of Israel, you northern kingdom, and the children of Judah, southern kingdom, we were oppressed together. Who's in the ghettos? Right? Who's in the slums? Who's in the traps?
Right.
That's the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
We're in the worst part of the city. We're in the worst part of the country. We're in the worst parts of the world.
That's right. That's right.
So when this music called hip hop was created, it was created to give us a voice, to give us an outlet to the hell that we was catching.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead, finish reading that.
Hip hop became a movement and a culture during this time. It gave poor Black people a voice, as the main focus of rap songs was about fighting the various forms of oppression that people faced.
See back then when it originated, it was about fighting the oppression that we face.
That's right.
Somehow today, that thing has totally turned its head all the way upside down. We not fighting no type of oppression.
Right.
We don't.
It was a form of expression for marginalized African American youth. Rap music was a response to conditions of poverty, joblessness, police brutality, disempowerment, discrimination, things that still deeply affect African American youth today. Not only was rap music an expression phenomenon, but it was also an act of resistance.
Oh, wow. Hey. Like you just said, officer, it ain't nothing like that now.
Yo,
Right.
look at these are some heavy things that this article is saying.
Wow.
It said it was in response to the conditions of poverty, joblessness, police brutality, aka George Floyd. Did you hear a rap song about George?
Nope.
They got they got out there and it was the song of the year, #1 on the billboards.
Hey, what's his name? Rodney King. To do a quick flashback, during the time of Rodney King, after that happened, we was still a little bit off. Yeah. But they made music about it back then.
Right.
What's that We Are the World with Michael Jackson? That all revolved around that event that happened in our history. Nowadays, something happened, you don't hear a word.
You don't hear a word.
That's right.
You don't hear a word. So it says police brutality, disempowerment, discrimination, things that still deeply affect African Americans youth today.
That's right.
The music was formed to fight against these things,
Right.
to put some awareness inside
There
our
you go.
ears so we can try to change the conditions of our community, right? So we see that it started off on the right foot. It seems this is that Genesis 49 where it says the hand
There you
shall
go.
be in the neck of the enemy.
That's right.
Because when it started, you had the Black Panthers that was
That's
going
right.
on and things of that nature. So we was trying to get ourselves together. Read that next one right there in the middle, in the yellow.
While African Americans constituted the majority of hip hop artists, while dominating corporate America,
Read it right. White.
while African Americans
It says white. Yeah, read again. Go ahead.
While African Americans constituted the majority of hip hop artists, white dominated corporate America became its distributor, and white mainstream media outlets became its primary marketer.
See, here go the flip.
Right.
That sounds like what Kanye said.
Exactly what it sounds.
It's just he worded it differently. That's exactly what he said.
But some along the line of that. Amalek is the voice of the black culture.
Right.
So when you see these music videos and you hear these rap songs, this is what I say. Amalek, the so-called Jewish, European Jewish, or the European Jews are the voice of black hip hop culture.
Message.
You could go in and say anything about your own people and degrade your own kind, but if you go against the man, so to speak, you're gonna get canceled.
Bring it out.
So you see, it says white dominated.
There you go.
There it is.
Corporate America became its distributor. So this is what Kanye or Ye was talking about. He's talking about the Jewish man, which in the Bible his name is called Amalek.
Right.
They run the entertainment world. They tell you what you're going to sing, how you're going to dance, what kind of comedy you're going to do. They run the show.
So
That's right.
we nowadays like to think that we make the music poppin'. No, they're the ones who allow it, because the word that's used there is they became the distributors, meaning you can make whatever kind of music you want, but it ain't gonna get out there unless they say it's okay.
That's it.
Bruh.
That's it.
Bible said that's the mouth of the beast, right?
Right.
In Revelation.
Yep, that media. It's part of that media. Go ahead.
You want the next
Yep.
yellow?
Yep.
However, in the 80s into the 90s, gangster rap.
No, start at the top. Start at the top of that.
Okay. As rap music became more
Commodified.
commodified, distinct shifts in its themes became apparent. Hip hop started off as venue for activism.
See that? Hip hop started off as a venue of activism.
Damn.
Right? Go ahead.
However, in the 80s into the 90s, gangster rap became more prevalent.
See that? So into the 80s and the 90s, gangster rap became more prevalent because, during the time of the 70s, that's when you had your pimp and your hoes.
Right.
Right? They had that black exploitation going on. And then when you got into the 80s, that was the crack era.
There you go. Crack epidemic. Yep.
Okay, so that's when you had, especially in the streets of New York, where a lot of hustling was going on. Okay, you remember rap artists like Rakim, right? He had a song called "Paid in Full." That's when rap started to go into a shift,
Right.
and we're gonna get into that shift where it started to go down because these white dominated corporations they caught wind of it and they seen an opportunity to destroy us again.
There you go.
Right, and make money off of our people.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
It ultimately also led into keeping us quiet.
Right.
Instead of us pointing out the points of our oppression and being activists, like the article is saying, there's like, you know what? We need to shut these Negroes up.
Yep.
That's right.
Read on.
However, in the 80s into the 90s, gangster rap became more prevalent. Artists like Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre became the faces of hip hop. Their most popular songs often talked about violence, drugs, and gangs. What many don't know is that all of these artists all talked positively in some of their records.
Right.
However, media executives handpicked which records will be broadcast.
Shoot. hoes, bees.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that with these blacks and Native Americans.
Message.
That's what it turned into. Okay, so when the 80s and 90s came around, the music shifted from them, speaking about disempowerment, police brutality. Now it's about violence, which is going on black crime.
Damn.
Right? Which is going into the drugs, because you ain't selling drugs to white folks.
Right.
This is you selling drugs to your own people. This ain't you fighting against another race of people.
Right.
The violence was against the Crips and the Bloods, the Gangster Disciples and all them. That's what the music perpetrated.
Right.
Can I get a script?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me get
Can I get a script?
Please.
Bring it out.
Because it's not just men talking. This is the Bible gonna come out.
That's
it
right.
has to. Micah 2:8. Give me that. Give me that right quick, because the officer said something real important. He said black on black crime, black on black violence, right? So we want to get that.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy.
Even of late, my people has risen up. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites. And it says, even of late, going into the 70s, 60s, 70s era when this music changed up on us. Read.
Ye pull off the robe with a garment from them that pass by
Say
secret.
you pull off the robe from the. So obviously in biblical times, a robe would be a garment, but today we would say your 8-ball jacket. Your J's on your feet, right? That's what it's about now, right? That's the black culture. We want pull off. Read that again.
Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men adverse from war.
Adverse as men adverse from war. You go out and you deal with your brother harshly as if you at war with another nation. You treat them like they nothing because what they got on their feet or they got on their back. Read on.
Verse 9. The women of my people,
Even the women, our sisters, read.
the women of my people have ye cast out from their pleasant houses.
They not in the house with they mom and they dad no more. They on the corner selling their bodies. They in the strip clubs. Read on.
From their children have ye taken away my glory forever.
This is what's going on right now in the black community. That's all I
Right.
had.
And so this is why we having this topic.
Right.
Because the music is destroying our people. Okay, I want you to give me that first video. Let me get this video right here of Stop the Violence. Because remember, it started off on the right foot. Right. We had good intentions, and we're gonna let you hear little clips of how the music was and where the music is today. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. It's a video. It's Stop the Violence. No, go back. Yeah, that's good. No, go to the other one.
Yeah, man, he's a
Right there.
very important topic, y'all.
Because another thing they like to perpetrate is the way it evolved.
Right.
Like we are better off now than when the culture first originated. But officer gonna show us. Watch this.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people
Stop. You hear what he's saying? You hear what he said? Play it. Run it back. Go all the way back.
Our people
Go all the way
agree
back.
that America has a very serious problem.
Go all the way back. All the way back. I want to hear the whole thing. Play. The title of this song is called Self-Destruction. Go ahead.
Tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem.
Stop. He said, we all agree that America has a very serious problem.
Bruh.
Right off top, the record letting you know who we talking about.
There you go.
Message.
Huh? Talking about Babylon.
Right.
Play on.
Bring it out.
Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, it was self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience is bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another.
Stop.
Whoa.
This is KRS-One. He says two brothers is trying to steal from one another.
Bring it out.
Huh? See, that's in the music they was teaching God's laws.
Right.
Thou shalt not steal.
That's right.
So this was before the white executive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they was making their way. That's when the brothers and sisters was making this music right here. It was lifting us up, man, because we have been in the dirt so long. And this right here is on the cusp of coming out of the civil rights movement.
That's right.
Right. These are what they call the baby boomers right here.
Right.
A lot of them was born during that time period, so they remember the oppression. That's why they can sing about it the way they did.
That's right.
That's right.
Play on.
Caught in the mid, so to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you can unite and fight for what's right.
Stop. He said, we got ourselves together so you can unite and fight for what's right. Give me that in Zephaniah 2 and 1.
Bring it
I
out.
got you, officer.
Come
The
on.
book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
This is what our brothers and sisters was talking about during the infancy of hip hop. What happened to our people? Come on.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's what the Bible is telling us to do. We've been trying to unify for years.
That's right.
Yeah, hip hop, it was our culture, but let me tell you something. That's not our heritage.
That's right.
It's a part of us, right? We created it,
Right.
but that's not what's going to get us the kingdom.
That's right.
Hip hop is not the answer. I hate to say it.
That's right.
Many of us grew up in the culture. We grew up listening to all these songs, and it did give us some upliftment,
Right.
for the time being. But we seen that the enemy could get inside of the thing and trick us with it. But when
They weaponized it.
But when it come to God's laws, Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, he can't get in this.
That's right.
Message.
He can't touch this Bible. When we come back to this Bible and keeping God's laws, that's when the real unity going to start. As
go.
the 12 tribes of Israel. Read that again.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We have to gather together as a nation.
That's right.
The 12 tribes of Israel under the rule of Christ, keeping God's laws.
So gathering together as Bloods and Crips ain't gonna cut it.
It's not going to cut it.
Or what's the other Nietas and MS-13s and everybody coming together in the wrong things ain't gonna cut it. We have to have the right mindset according to God. You got to put all that stuff away, man.
Yep.
Message.
Play on.
Negative course. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives. Pop, pop, pop. When it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Stop. See that? He said the black on black crime was way before our time. You see what the brothers was talking about? They was bringing awareness to our brothers that was out there in the streets. Like, listen, we headed for self-destruction.
Right.
That's right.
So the white man sat back and said, because you know he thinks deep.
Right.
Right? He thinks deep now. He said, oh, wait a minute. They about to rise up. They about to rise up. We got to get in there and turn that thing around.
Right. The topic is the infiltration of hip hop. So you're gonna see how it slowly happened throughout this radio show. Watch this.
Yeah, play on. We're gonna play a little bit more, then we're gonna go to the next one. Come on.
With a knife as his wife cried because he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang?
Stop.
Yeah, he cutting.
Stop. Stop.
How could you
This is cool. This is Cool Mo D saying this, right? He said, back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters was hanged. How could you gang bang?
That it makes no sense. Cause like you brought out earlier in the article, the voice behind hip hop was to bring awareness to our oppression.
Bring it out.
All of a sudden, there's a turn. Now it went from fighting the oppressor verbally to us literally putting hands and weapons on one another.
Message.
Right, because the so-called white man, he understands the power of music. Listen, music is spiritual, brothers and sisters.
Right.
What you got, Soldier?
I was going to say, even talking about the power of it, it went back even to the slave fields, the old Negro spirituals, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Those are songs of pain, and but it also gave us inspiration and hope because we knew who we were.
That's right.
But
That's right.
we've been watered down. They studied, so they actually did. I remember watching a documentary on the hip hop scene. They went, when I say they, the oppressors, aka your white man, they studied our history. They studied what we were paying attention to and what we were listening. That's how they was able to come in and infiltrate and take over the industry.
Right.
That's it. Play a little bit more, then we're gonna go to the next one.
Never ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black
Ho.
Man, hey.
Play it, go back. We're gonna listen to it in full totality. Stop right there. Listen to this, y'all. Come on.
Bang, bang. I never ever ran from the Ku Klux
No,
Klan.
go back. Go back just a little bit more. I want to hear the whole verse. Right there.
That's the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a brother's life with a knife as his wife cried because he died of trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Stop.
Bruh.
Hey,
You got to get silent on it.
You
Yeah,
gotta take your head. That's all you
because
gotta do.
hey, that right there bodied a lot of rappers today. Because that's what their music is about, the complete opposite of what this brother's speaking.
Opposite, bruh. Dude said, Kumo D said, I never ran from the Ku Klux Klan. Why I gotta run from a black man?
Damn, that's some heavy
Wrong
stuff.
with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
They crazy, man.
Right.
Yo, let's go to the next one, man.
Can I say
I hope this sinking in. Yeah, go ahead, Philemon.
So what's heavy about this is the fact that this is the early 80s and 90s. But what a lot of us don't seem to understand is that this is fresh off the civil rights, where we had pivotal leaders like X, King, right, who kept us together and held us strong. And then when our neighborhoods, we know we had the influx of drugs, that's where we started to see a lot of that black on black violence.
Right.
Message.
Let's play that next one. Yeah, some of y'all old heads. We taking y'all back down memory lane a little bit. Come on.
Come on, everybody clap your hands one time. Come on, clap your hands, clap your hands. Come on, just clap your hands, clap your hands.
And see, this is another thing. Hold on. Back then, these was a collaborative effort of a lot of hip hop artists
Bring it out.
coming together to make songs to heal our communities. Now, all you see is what? Rap beasts.
Yep.
Right.
Bruh.
That's all you see now.
The complete opposite of what they was fighting for.
Because right here, this is another song of various hard artists. The name of the song is called Heal. You got Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, KRS-One, Queen Latifah, right? Come on, play that.
Come on, everybody just hear yourself. Come on, everybody go side to side. Keep going, come on.
Mama said, don't do crack and smoke, you know, because it'll make your nose grow like Pinocchio.
Stop.
Since I was
Y'all heard what he said? Big Daddy Kane said, don't smoke that crack. And this was during that time where crack was on the rise. So the brothers and sisters came, we got to make these songs so people won't do this stuff.
Right.
Be
ahead.
a voice to the people.
Be a voice to the people. Come on.
from a parent who's a Christian. Yo, since I was only 15, I had to listen to what was said from a parent who's a Christian. I went to school and saw all my friends do it, but I said no, cause I ain't want my nose to grow. They started tripping on me, busting and flipping on me, so I had to run and say, yo, you slipping on me. I started smoking to prove I'm an adult. Now it's a habit, but is it all my fault? I wish my mother hadn't told me the truth, cause now I'm all based out on dupes.
Oh man, I like the way that's going down. Now what you do is kick a little flavor 35.
Everybody rise as I present to a jet black crowd what it's like to be black and proud in a world where white is right but not tonight. This is a black man's mic. I heard a sister say she don't like darker shades of black on a man cause that's whack, but to my light skin sister, can't you tell? This is the surface of a dark deep well.
See that? See that? Uplifting the black man.
Right.
Dang.
What happened, y'all?
Message.
What y'all hearing now is so far gone.
Right.
That's right.
So far gone. It's ridiculous. It almost brings you to tears.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Because once you woke and you know this truth and you see give me Ecclesiastes 7:7. Give me that. And you can
Bring it out.
Go to the KRS-One.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
You see that? The Bible say oppression makes a wise man mad, but a gift destroys the heart. What was the gift? What was the gift? It was those contracts that the Jewish man, Amalek, I'm going to call him by his Bible name, Amalek,
Right.
was giving our brothers and sisters to sell their soul, to
That
destroy
money.
their own people. That's why the
That's
Bible say,
right.
give me that, what it say, money is the root of all, what is it? 1 Timothy 6.
Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
Somebody got it? Yes, sir.
I think that's all.
1 Timothy 6 and 10.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10.
Bring it out.
For the love of money is the root of all
You
evil.
see that? That's what hip hop is predicated in right now. It's about money. Trying to get that check, trying to get rich.
By any means.
It's like that crab in the barrel.
Yeah.
Message.
You look online, you see the rappers, they holding stacks of money. You know what I'm saying? Tattooed up all over the face, wearing dresses and skirts now, wearing tight jeans, high waters. That's what they're doing now.
Covetousness.
Right?
man.
Because, read it again.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Because during the crack era, it was all about getting money. It was all about getting paid. There was a movie out called Paid in Full. And it was about these three young gentlemen from Harlem, New York. Okay, their name was AZ, Rich Porter, and Alpo. They was famous in the streets for being so young and making so much money. And a lot of rappers was tied to these guys. A lot of rappers talk about these guys in their music. And we glorify that lifestyle, the music, right? The drug game started to influence the music.
Right.
Because now the rappers want to be drug dealers.
Right.
Because back then, what we were just listening to, they was Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Kumo D, and they was telling us, don't do drugs.
Right.
So it flipped on us again. Play that right there. Now, understand. You hear Kanye or Ye talking about who we are according to the Bible. He's not the only one.
Right.
He ain't the only one. Play that.
Bring it out.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11, verse 10. Explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis
Stop.
14, verse
This is KRS-One. Letting you know Shem, right? Our forefather, because we are Shemitic.
That's right.
Right.
Kanye
Bring it
was
out.
right.
Right.
The black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are Shemitic, so you can't
That's
be,
correct.
you can't be what they say.
Anti-self.
Yeah. we are Shemitic now.
Right.
Come on.
That ain't no sense.
Genesis 14, verse 13. Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man, called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, Williamson explained. Abraham, Isaac was the Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel.
Stop.
Wow.
And that's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You are the children of Israel. That's what you got.
right.
What's that? That was the early 90s. So that's a good 25 plus years ago.
Bring it out.
Right.
But the difference is KRS didn't have YouTube.
Right.
He didn't have a whole bunch of people following him. Kanye, whatever he liked to be called, Ye, he's the complete opposite. He has the money, he got the fame, and he got the voice. So when he says the same thing that the people who came before him say, it's a problem. It is a problem because now you're using the same word that they tried to stop since the 80s to get their hands in it. You're using the same voice that hip hop originally was supposed to be to wake us up. Oh, nah, Amalek ain't gonna have that.
So in other words, you can say what you want to say as long as you don't have an influence of the people.
There you go.
And he has
Message.
32 million
32 million.
32 million reasons why to get canceled on his social media account.
Now you hear KRS-One talking about Israelites.
Hey, my bad, officer, because they can't see the video. He's performing hip hop for blacks and Hispanics. And when he said that you are the children of Israel, he pointed into the crowd.
Right.
It was very specific. It wasn't just lyrics. He's literally letting the people know you are the Israelites according to the Bible, black people.
Now, I'm gonna hit y'all with something. A lot of these New York artists, they knew this because the Israelites in the 90s,
there you go,
was on the street corners of Harlem.
That's right.
The Queens, the Bronx,
Brooklyn.
Yep. They was all over the place in the early 90s.
That's right.
Right? We know because, our leadership was a part of that movement during that time.
That's right.
You got artists like KRS-One, Nas mentioned about the Israelites in the Fear His song.
Right.
So the New York artists, they knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? They had a hint about what the Israelites were and who they were. Okay?
Bring it out.
Finish playing it.
Israel, according to Genesis chapter 10, Egyptians descended from Ham. 600 years later, my brothers, read up. Moses was born in.
So you see KRS-One, because he's always educating our people through his raps.
Right.
So he letting you know right there in that rap, right there in them bars, he just spit that you the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
All right. So give me that next one with Public Enemy.
Oh, you going into it, officer?
The name of this song is called "Can't Trust It." Listen to the beginning, and this is the video, but listen to the beginning. Play it.
It started in slave ships.
Slave ships. There are more records of slave ships than one would dream. It seems inconceivable until you reflect it for 200 years.
Wait, stop. They gonna cut us off.
Yeah, you know it.
Yo.
Too much nuggets.
Yo, Public Enemy is talking about the slave ships in the beginning of the song.
Right.
See, I bet a lot of you folks didn't know slave ships was in the Bible.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
Bring it out.
That ain't true.
Yeah, we got to get that.
There we go.
Slave ships is in the Bible.
Right.
Bring it out.
History is in the Bible.
It's in the Bible.
That's right.
Let me say something right quick. That's the difference between what all the other people who spoke about us being the Jews or the Israelites. They don't use the Bible to back it up.
Right.
That's
If they use the scriptures to back it up, there's no need for no damn apology coming from nobody because it's the word of God.
That's right.
Come on, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. With ships.
So Moses told us thousands of years ago, after we made the Exodus, if you didn't keep the commandments of God, you would go on cargo slave ships.
That's right.
Right? And be hot commodity for all your slave traders. That's what happened to our people. So play that again.
There are more records of slave ships than one would dream. It seems inconceivable until you reflect it for 200 years. Ships sailed carrying cargo and slaves.
See that? He said for 200 years, ships sailed carrying cargo slaves. You so-called black. Read that again. Read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
See, Moses, that's why you Christians, right? You don't want to keep God's laws because you say, we not under Moses no more. Moses told you you were going to go on slavery on those ships.
That's right.
He told you that, but we didn't listen.
Hey, how can the laws be done away with through Christ when the slave ships happened after him?
Thank
Message.
you.
Our people crazy.
They crazy, man. Something that right there probably one of the worst events that happened to a people in this earth's history.
That's right. The entire earth's history.
The most catastrophic event that happened to a people.
Can we go to the Bible for that?
Go to the Bible, bro.
Bring it out.
Because it's not just us talking now. It's the Bible is
That's
talking,
right.
y'all. Was it Daniel 9 and 11?
Daniel 9 and 11.
Bring it out.
The Bible is coming out. We in the midst of prophecy.
I got you. You got it?
Yeah.
Yep. The book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed the law.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Read.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by the departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Slavery happened because we did not obey God's voice. All right, read on.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
The curse that we see today in society for our blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, where a black man could come on there and say that we are Semitic or not anti-Semitic and blacks are Jews and get canceled. He was a billionaire today and broke tomorrow.
Bring it out.
Read on.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses.
This is an oath. It was a contract that we made. We said we was gonna keep the commandments after the Most High got us out of Egypt. Read.
The servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
We sinned against him, and because we sinned, we were judged. Read on.
And he have confirmed his words.
These words are confirmed. We could see, look on the earth today, that there's no other nation of people went through what we went through. Read on.
And he have confirmed his words, which he have spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
A great evil. Read on.
For under the whole heaven,
I'm talking about the whole earth, read,
have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
There it is. Nobody went on slave ships like we did.
Right.
We the only ones that can claim that history. That's right. How we know. That's how we know for sure. We the Israelites.
Right.
Message.
That verse right there, that solidifies everything about our identity, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right. So according to the scriptures, that means the atrocities that happened to us for the past 600 years, slave ships, all of that is actually worse than the Holocaust.
Right.
They don't want to say it, but
good point.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yeah.
They said nothing this bad has ever happened on the earth. You can't compare the Holocaust to our continuous oppression. It ain't just a one-time event. It's continuing to happen.
Right.
Bruh.
Ye said that, obviously we know Amalek or the so-called Europeans, they had they Holocaust 6 million, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
They said those numbers exaggerated anyway. Ye said one good, very important topic. He said, you want to see the Black Holocaust? Go to Planned Parenthood.
Bring it out. Bring it
right. 19 million.
To this day.
Play
and counting.
Nonviolence in the face of the violence that we've been experiencing for the past 400 years is actually doing our people a disservice. In fact, it's a crime. It's a crime.
Here come the drums. All right. Yeah. All right. Here come the drums.
So you can cut it. So if y'all ever seen this video is showing people on auction blocks. It's showing you slavery.
Bring it out.
And the man that was talking in the beginning was Malcolm X.
Right.
So you see the mind where our brothers and sisters was during the infancy of hip hop.
Right.
That's right.
We was trying to keep things together.
It's sad to say we were more woke then than we are now. Just the name of the group alone lets you know that they was about something.
Yeah.
Public Enemy.
Right. So I want you to give me let's go to the turning.
Oh man.
Okay.
I want you to give me that video with Crazy Bone. We're gonna start at 4:45.
Millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments.
So let me preface this. This is Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, telling this gentleman here about a meeting that happened with record executives and their plan to destroy us. Listen to it. Go ahead.
Saying that the companies we work for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons.
Stop.
And that our positions.
So the guy that's telling Crazy Bone this, right? Or Crazy Bone's reading the letter. He said the people we work for have invested millions of dollars into privately owned prisons. Okay, go ahead.
The profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who receive funding from the government based on the number of inmates.
Wow.
The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons.
Stop. It's all a game, y'all.
Message.
It's all a trap. Right? Go ahead.
It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become solid investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled.
Huh. So
I caught that too.
So you see that? So this is record executives talking about keeping prisons populated. I ain't talking too much because I want y'all to really listen to see the plot and the diabolical plan.
Bring it out.
To keep us destroyed. Play on.
These had become solid investors in this prison business. It was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior. Rap.
Y'all hear that? He said the plan was to keep these prisons populated, was to promote music that promotes criminal behavior.
What?
Who you think they targeting? Huh? Talking to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because why? You fill the prisons.
That's right.
So when they had this so-called meeting right here, they said, you know what? No more self-destruction. No more KRS-One. No more Public Enemy. None of that no more. No. Here's the plan, guys. Here's what we're going to do, Jeff. Okay, Bob. We're going to make this thing happen right here.
And they made it lucrative. What we don't understand is we didn't just come over here as slaves and all of a sudden slavery's over. All they did was transform it. They still making money off of our people.
Right.
It's still happening. Can I get a script, officer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get Proverbs 29:18.
That's right.
Because what they did right here, officer, was they realized how influential or the kind of influence that music has on our culture, because we used to use the music. Remember how they say art reflects life? What they did was they changed the art and made it reflect life as instead of the other way. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse
18.
Bring it out.
18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
So what they did, they took away the right vision and they put the wrong one in there. The right vision was fighting against the enemy, was making sure that we were lifted up. That's all gone. To change it, to populate the prisons, to continue to destroy us. Read on.
Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
That's what it was supposed to be about. Because in the beginning, that's what KRS-One and the rest of the men from the 80s were talking about. Fighting against the enemy. With not a physical fighting, but standing up for yourselves, uplifting. It ain't there no more. That's what Crazy Bone was saying. They changed the entire vision. Once that vision changed, the music changed.
Right.
That being the music of choice.
Go back.
Sure
just a little bit. I want you to hear that part. Go ahead.
That since our employees had become solid investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior. Rap being the music of choice.
See that? Rap being the music of choice. Go ahead, play.
That this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies. And as employees, we also be able to buy stocks in these prisons.
See that?
Immediately.
See that? It was all about money to keep the prisons filled. Everybody getting rich off us going to jail. And what they're using? Rap music.
Right.
That's right.
They using you so-called gangbangers to do it. Go to 955 or 954. This is where it started. They seen it. They hey, listen, man. So-called white man is the devil. The Bible speaks of,
man.
Go ahead.
Because it's not enough for them to exploit our culture and make all the money off of it. Because let's keep it real.
You see that? Crazy Bone says it's not enough for them to exploit us and make billions, quadrillions of dollars off of us.
Bruh.
Right? But soon Ye say something, everybody snatching the deals off the table.
Right.
Message.
Adidas, Ben C, what they call the Gap, and all them people. Now they don't want to deal with Ye no more because he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. Right. But this is what they are doing. This is what he's talking about. Come on.
Exploit our culture and make all the money off of it. Because let's keep it real. The industry has never been favorable towards the artist. Never. But they're going to go beyond the artist to get the artist to influence and lure in the consumer, which they knew at the time were mainly minorities.
Yep.
In other words, keep promoting gangster rap so that the youngsters will be influenced by them, which in turn will incite them to want to act like them. And it's a very good chance they'll end up in their prison.
Yeah.
So they're getting.
Y'all hear that? Crazy Bone just told us the game that they played on us. Put Snoop Dogg, put all these gangster rappers up, all the young boys in the hood. They want to be like them. They want to live that lifestyle. Thus, because a lot of boys, they want to live that lifestyle, right? They ain't trying to get no record deal. They want to be that thug dude, right? So they get hit up. Esau come kick in the door, get all the drugs. Now they in jail. Now they in jail. But look at this. I want you to give me Psalm 64 and 5. This is the plot. I'm going to tell you, Esau, he think deep to keep us destroyed.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
They encouraged themselves in an evil matter.
So-called white man, he encouraged themselves in an evil matter. Come on.
They commune of laying snares privily.
That's what we just heard Crazy Bones telling us was about a commune where they were laying privily. Go ahead.
They say, who shall see them?
They're like, who gonna see us? Ain't nobody else in this room with us. We gonna talk about how we gonna keep these niggas destroyed. Come on.
They search out iniquities.
See, that's what they did. They went inside the blacks and Spanish and Native American community. They see, they like that crack. See, they put that crack in it and they see that we liked it. Okay, they put that money in that drug dealer hand. They seen that he coveted it, right? And so they exploited it. They capitalized on it. Come on.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
And listen, the so-called white man, his mind is deep. He think deeply to keep us destroyed. Knew the one of the number one things that he can use to keep the black on black crime going, to keep fornication going, to keep abortions going. Right now, we calling our sisters bees and hoes and niggas and all this stuff. He knew one of the tools that he can use was rap music.
That's right.
He flipped it on. He infiltrated.
There you go.
He infiltrated the hip hop community.
On that video, officer?
No, that's it on it. Go ahead.
Let me get Obadiah. we gonna expose you infiltrators, you liars and thieves. That's what y'all are. Watch this. Read verse 1 and then jump down to verse 5.
10-4. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
That is the so-called white man today. The Edomites, Idumea, the Caucasians, Amalek, the Jewish man. This is a vision concerning them. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. If thieves came to see.
If who?
If thieves.
If thieves. That's what infiltration is. Thievery, because that's what they've done with hip hop. They've stolen it and they've made it to where they're getting all the money. You could read on.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
He said, well, how are they cut off? Come on.
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
What did Crazy Bone just say? He said they didn't only want to get money, because it wasn't only a money thing. If it was only money, it would have nothing to do with death. but they kept going because it wasn't only about money. They needed to make sure that they destroyed us. Read.
If the gate gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Read.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Come on.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Like Officer just brought out, because they are wicked. They think 10 steps ahead. It's not just only money. It's destroying us, packing the prisons, making sure that the Israelites remain hidden and destroyed. That's their plan.
That's their plan. Right. Give me 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. This is what they understand.
That's right.
Bring it out.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
And he know that.
Right.
White man know evil communications. You sitting there, you had Little John, what's the big guy name? Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher.
You had all these guys, they start making all these club songs that you be in the club, as soon as the song come on, you ready to fight.
Right.
Why? Because music is spiritual. It puts spirits on our brothers and sisters to want to go out here and kill, want to go to the strip club, want to go have sex, okay, want to try to go get some quick money. Read it again.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Now the rap music is evil.
Right.
Every bit of it. I ain't heard one positive rap song since what we heard earlier.
Right.
Everything you hear is about shooting, killing, whoring out our sisters. That's what it's about. Read it one more time.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Evil communications will corrupt good manners. Brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you the white man has accomplished his job.
Right.
He has totally corrupted the Israelites.
Message.
We are more destroyed now than we ever been in our existence in this country.
Right. That's right.
We are lost. We are gone.
Bring it out.
Let me show you the purpose, how music is supposed to flow. Give me Sirach 32 and 5.
That's
We're
right.
gonna get ready to shut it down.
The book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
A concert of music and a banquet of wine is a signet of carbuncle set in gold.
You see that? The Most High is comparing music to gold. He said it's supposed to make you feel good.
Right.
Not make you want to go shoot and kill your brother or go whore out your sister. Give me one more for Sirach 40 and 20.
Sirach.
Chapter 40 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Wine and music rejoice the heart.
See that? Wine and music rejoice the heart. Not make you want to go kill somebody, man.
Right.
But the white man has put this evil communication in our communities. So you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it's time to repent. All praise to the Most High. That's been our show for today. All right. You can reach us at Israel at www.israelunite.org, or you can hit us up at 1-855-484-4842 extension 79800. Okay, this has been Israel United in Christ, and we are the Armor of God, Armor of God radio show. All praises to the Most High.
All right, shalom.
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 We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.